So that's why the plot moves in this way. Okay. So if the strength of concrete is denoted as F prime of C. F prime of C ang alam na niya, no? Muna siya ang pinakataas na strength sa concrete before it fail. Before siya mabuto, before siya mo collapse, before siya mo fail. Failure here is cracking, bursting, would be crashing. So that's it. So as the concrete is being stressed to its limit, and the manner of stressing this is very slow, so it can be recorded. No, this before we record this using micrometers, but now it can be recorded using the transducers or maybe sensors. No, there are transducers attached to this, so any movement can be determined. So, in other words, you can digitize the plotting. It's the computer will plot. No, you need some software and some sensors or transducers to be attached to some interface into the computer. Okay, so the computer will just give you a window of what happened during the testing. So this is it. No, the stress is vertical, strain is the horizontal. Stress is defined as force per unit area. Strain is defined as elongation per unit length. Okay. So as the stress is being applied, there is what we call the straight line. Now the straight line is the basis for the initial modulus, and then it will give you according to this. Then it reaches up to its ultimate in once you know that because the graph will subside. Then this time the sample breaks. So this is the what we call the stress strain plot of concrete diagram of concrete. Okay, so I'll say that. So that is how you determine it. Okay. So now let us see what is the tensile strength of concrete. Tensile strength of concrete. Okay. Let us say F prime of C is the let us say compressive strength of concrete is F prime is denoted as F prime of C. So take note that this is F prime of C. So it is what is F prime of C? It is the maximum strength that the concrete attain in a crushing of concrete, in a compression test of concrete. So I will say put here compression strength, compression test of concrete samples is done using compression machine. In Xavier University, you have compression machine and universal testing machine using compression machine or UTM. No, UTM. Universal testing machine. Okay, I will put here universal testing machine. Okay. Below is the stress strain of concrete. Now, strength of concrete vary. Huh? is not constant. It varies due to the kind of aggregates, the amount of sand, the amount of concrete, and the amount of water. So it always you always have to test the concrete what is actual strength of concrete. It's not universal. It's not constant. Concrete is very variable. Okay, so concrete strength I put here. Concrete strength is variable. Daghan kay factor, no? Daghan kay factor involved. In fact, if you try to go back what is the ingredients of making concrete, it is composed of gravel, sand, cement, and water, and maybe some admixture. Okay. Okay, so the ultimate strain of concrete is 0.003. No? So take note of that. Ultimate strain of concrete. Ultimate strain of concrete is 0.003. Mao na siya, ultimate strain of concrete. So there are many things that we want to know about concrete, no? But what is the tensile strength of concrete? Maybe personal, I will talk modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity of concrete. Modulus of elasticity of concrete is not constant, but we can assume, no? So usually we'll just go to the formula. No, we'll just type it in the Google. Now, Mrs. Google. Okay. Google. Modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity of concrete. Formula. Formula. Okay. So this is the modulus of elasticity of concrete. Okay, so doon na siya mga image. Ito pa sa image. Na-share formula. So this one is the formula. Okay, ito yung kaon siya. Simple lang. This is coming from some books. You have to be careful with some formulas. You have to take note of the units, no? Because unit could be PSI or megapascal, and most books before are written in English system. So you have to take note. Just like this one, there is an equation that I'm not going to use that. Okay, we will use this one. Okay, the modulus of elasticity of concrete. We'll put this on the other page. That's the formula. The formula. Okay. So, this one, no? EC is being used in the design is the secant modulus EC. So 0.043 WC to the 1.5 times the square root of FC prime. Take note that the density of concrete in kilograms. So for normal concrete, you can use directly this one, no? This 4,300 of FC prime. For example, the FC prime is 20 or 21. So raised to the square root of that is 4.58 times 4,700. So you have 21 gigapascal, no? So, but normally, however, however, okay, this is the oh, this is the definition, no? The elastic modulus of hardened cement paste and that of aggregate is between 45 to 85 GPa. Concrete generally have an elastic but modulus varying between 30 to 50 GPa. So I'm interested in this. Okay. So mauna siya, no? So you can also use this equation if you do not have. So you can use a value between this, no? You can use the lower limit, 30 GPa for example, or 40 GPa. So that okay. It depends on the FC prime. But the lower the FC prime, the lower the AC, no? So modulus of elasticity of concrete is not really used in formula, no? Except when needed. It's not really, it does not appear in the formula A, no? So this is only for information about. How about the tensile strength of concrete? Okay, we'll type it. So for tensile strength of concrete, tensile strength, this is very important, no? To let you know what is the tensile strength of concrete. Okay, first we will learn what is the tensile strength of concrete. Okay. So it says here that it says right away that here the tensile strength of concrete is about 12% of the compressive strength of the low strength concrete, going down to about 7% of the high strength concrete. So that means that if you have a strength, gamay gyud kay ang tensile strength, no? Only 7 to 12% gyud sa FC prime. Like for example, if you have a compressive strength of 21 megapascal divided by say, so only about 2 megapascal is the tensile strength. So that's how contrast the tensile against compression, no? So that's a very small amount. So that's why concrete is really weak. So concrete, that proves that concrete is weak in tension. And this is a very important factor for concrete so that your structure made of reinforced concrete will not collapse due to this fact that concrete is very weak in tension. We need to reinforce it. Okay. So the formula, I'll go for the formula. Yeah, you can use 12% of whatever strength. No, you can use that. This is already a formula, but there's already a formula. Okay, we'll go back to the formula. Tensile strength, formula. Yeah, the formula. What is the tensile strength of concrete? Formula na lang dyan. So, formula na lang dito. So, ito sa image. Na si formula. Okay. I think this one. This one is good. Okay, modulus of rupture. Ba't kinalam sa lambda? Yan na, kaya kinalaglamda. Dagang kay ate. May tataway ate. Ang formula. This is PSI. This one. This is megapascal. This one is megapascal. This one. Direct. Okay, gini. Okay, copy image. Okay, tensile strength in concrete. So we can use this formula. Let's see this. Okay. So I will. How about for steel? Okay, I will add this. I will add this here in the lecture. Here. I will add it here. This is the generalized. Okay. See that. Then I also what is the tensile strength of concrete? Okay. Now let us go to reinforced concrete. Reinforced concrete. Okay, this is our topic. I will type in the Google reinforced concrete and just to obtain its meaning, reinforced concrete. Okay. So, this is the picture of reinforced concrete. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. A picture of reinforced concrete. So, it's embedded there. Okay, that one is the reinforced concrete. And then maybe definition. So may definition here. Ito sa okay, kini lang sa Wikipedia. No, Wikipedia. Ang atong ibutang. Okay, reinforced concrete in which steel is embedded in such a manner that the two materials act together in resisting forces. The reinforcing steel, rods, bars, or mist absorbs the tensile, shear, and sometimes compressive stress in a concrete. Okay, so that is what we mean by reinforced concrete. And reinforcing steel, rod, bars, or mist absorbs the tensile, very important, shear, and sometimes the compressive stresses in a concrete structure. This one shows beam with doubly reinforced. One for tension, wherever the tension here, and compression. So that's why it's provided at the top and the bottom. The red color here. Nakita ninyo ni class? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
the red reinforcement here are the longitudinal reinforcement, or sometimes we call it flexural reinforcement. This is the section. Now, why it is at the top of the provided at the top and the bottom? Because this is what we call doubly reinforced. Now, the one in gray are what we call shear reinforcement. They are the one that absorbs the shear reinforcement. So here, the steel reinforcing bar embedded in such a manner that the two material acts together in resisting internal forces. Now, these bars absorbs the tensile, the shear, and sometimes compression in the concrete structure. So that is what we mean by reinforced concrete. Okay. So what else? So let us go to steel. No, steel reinforcement. Steel reinforced. Sometimes we call it reinforcing bars. Ang ngalan na, the name of this, sometimes in the field, we call it as rebar. No? Rebar, that is the short of reinforcing bar. No? Because sometimes we shorten what we say, no? What we say by just removing some words. So instead of saying reinforcing bar, we call it rebar. Some will call it deformed bar. Now because to specify that the bar should have some amount of corrugation, no, for improved bonding to the concrete. So we will define what is reinforcing bar. Okay, reinforcing bar. Again, we'll use the reinforcing steel bars. Yun na lang. Steel bars. Okay, reinforcing steel bars. Okay. So, this one is types and grades of reinforcement. Okay, I'll just show the image here. So, okay, still reinforcing bars. So this is how the reinforcement. This is how the reinforcing steel bars look like. Okay. Sometimes they call it deformed bar because of the deformities that is present in the surface.
You could use
The presence of these deformities
if you don't
actually improve the bonding between the concrete and steel. Okay. Once the steel is embedded in the concrete, if you pull it, if the embedment length is good,
and if you don't drink, you can omit the shashing
the
wine.
steel bars cannot easily be pulled from the concrete. Hindi mo siya mabira. Pero kung gamay kayo ang nakalubong niya, pag bira mo, maibot dahil mo siya. It's just like a knife that is being, maybe if you put something, let's say a bar on the soil, if the length of the bar to the soil, then it is not difficult to pull it. No? But if the length of the impediment is longer, then you have a hard time pulling it away. Now, the presence of the corrugation improved the pulling resistance of the bar because the concrete will bond to the surface area of the reinforcing bar. Okay. So that's the importance of these deformities. Thus, sometimes they are called as deformed bar. So ang mga slang niya, ani nga mga term. Sometimes we call it rebar, or if you are not sure, you just say steel bars or steel reinforcing bars to be complete. Okay. But that's what the name. So I will just put the definition of the steel bars. Okay, and go there. I will just use the definition from Google na lang siguro, from Wikipedia.
Hey guys, today we're going to try...
Okay, so this is the definition.
Hey guys, today we're going to try to...
My brain, right? How do you make your coffee in the morning?
I use a French press, sometimes it does.
Do you like your coffee to taste classic and traditional,
So,
or do you want something that's a little bit more adventurous?
according here,
I like a little adventure, especially in the morning.
Okay.
okay. Then let us say properties of steel bar. Bars. So I will show you the stress strain of the steel bars. Okay, this is the stress strain of the steel bar. Okay, stress strain. So one, this is what we call the yield stress, and the ultimate stress yield stress is the Fy. Then there is also this one for the grade 60. It's for the grade 60. And I think I have also grade 40 here. Where's grade 40? Here. Okay. So these are what we want to know about the reinforced concrete. Okay, we'll save that and then sabat to. Okay. Hello. Jim. Oh, sorry. Mm-mm. Oh, terus sama na? Kung saan man sa ang meeting nila sa council sa Monday? Morning siguro, mas may. Nagtawag na sila. Lagi, actually, pag tingala gali ko, video, nandunggay ba ito nga. Kung ito naman ito ang plano, di ba? Ano ba? Actually, itong, dugi ang mga kaya nga, kuwan ba kung alam ko, hindi mo si maposto. Yan kali ang building sa kong tanawan ko nga. Yan na rin kadugay. Kuwan ko nga, nag-still si Jeffrey kay pas-pas. Hindi nga, ano man nga, kuwan. Lagi ba siya ito yung mga siya may iya man partner sa iyang trabaho? Ayan, sige, kanya lang bigyan info na bigyan sa kung matabang na. Ha? Oh, sige, katong atbang kay ako magaling nagpirma datong structural dito mula. At ito ang naiimong garahe, atbang.
Do you take it black?
Oh.
Okay.
Kung nga, basin sa pandemic, kaya kung nga,
chocolatey caramel kind of
pandemic,
sweet notes.
In the morning, I'm going fruit.
Going
and
fruit?
In the evening, I'm going chocolatey caramel.
I think your best bet is actually going to be this Verve street level.
All right.
Yeah, it's roasted a little bit darker, stone fruit marmalade and maple syrup.
That sounds like a fabulous combination.
Sige lang,
Coffee
Jen.
is something people need to get through the day.
Anytime
But if you're trying to enjoy your
inalala
coffee,
ko
or if you're trying to really understand
ito ba siya
how much
about
coffee
2
you
or
need to make
3
those scales.
So I usually focus on grams. So for the French press, I use a 1 to 4 ratio.
Okay.
1 to
gotcha.
4, and then you can also remember that it takes about 4 minutes to brew.
Inform lang
So
ito,
if you
Jeff,
ever
sa
get
adlaw
lost,
time
just remember the number 4, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, what sort of texture are we going for here?
We're going for like kosher
Okay,
salad, really.
ano ko na?
People know how I feel about kosher salad.
This is also good for cold brew as well. Anything with an immersion brew method where the coffee just sits in contact with water.
These stay pretty coarse.
Yeah.
I've got this gooseneck kettle, and I know that it's the
So,
option.
so
for
far,
coffee making.
di nila sa
Gives you
tataman
that
sa
control.
ato
That's like the whole thing. So when you're like
Lecture,
getting really
no?
experimental with your pour pattern,
When I do pour overs, I do, let's say,
this
right to
morning,
the edge.
bring it right
So
to the edge,
ako,
or if it does boil, pull it off and just start swirling it so
I
it
give
releases a
the
little bit of that
importance
heat.
of
I should be letting you do
reinforcement on
this.
the
I'm learning from the master. How often do you get to do that?
in
I like
the area
wiggling
of
this because it
distribution.
helps get all the grains
And
saturated.
then
Mixes it up,
the importance
Yeah.
of reinforcement
In coffee,
in the
brewing, we
concrete.
call that agitation.
And
Just
then
funny,
the
you can make a lot of
definition
bad dad
of
jokes about
concrete
that.
alone,
What?
plus the definition,
So your coffee's wet.
definition of
It's
reinforced
brewing.
concrete.
You didn't set a
So
timer.
that
Close
you will
Close
know
enough.
the difference between
I like making
concrete
sure
and
that
reinforced
the top
concrete.
part of the plunger,
Okay.
Just.
And then not
especially
only that, I also
this
give you
helps
the
retain heat
properties
even
of
better. Make sure that all your
concrete,
grounds are
even
more
the
saturated.
formula for that inside strength
Oh, that
and
looks like
reduce
nice.
elasticity.
Nice reach cut.
Now, I also give you
Trust
the useful na mga
So it's
properties
a little
of steel.
acidic, is that what I'm
Steel.
That's definitely that
detecting?
marmalade. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
So, as of
Difference,
today,
we
you
go
know,
even
we
finer.
did
Pull out a little bit more of that sweetness.
the
So it's
ingredients
not necessarily
of
that we
making
did
a
something
reinforced
wrong,
concrete
it's
and
more
the
that we can
importance
bring
of
out different characteristics from the
reinforced
coffee by
concrete. I
treating it.
also already discussed the topics which we are going to uh, discuss here in the subject CE22A. So, as for our laboratory, we do not have enough pagpamanggot sa lecture, no? And we will just call it a day na, no? So, but on Saturday, we will have our lecture as well as laboratory already, no? We will discuss uh, analysis of singly reinforced, no? Together with the strain diagram and stress diagram of section, no? On Saturday, because 2 meetings in a week. So 2 meetings will tag 6 hours lagi straight, no? So anyway, that's better because we have fun. That's okay. Okay for you. I don't know if it's okay for you, no? But sa ako, that is practical. So that's it, no? I will email, I no, not email. I will upload what is our discussion this morning. It's all in a document. And then I already uploaded the course outline to in the e-learn, okay? So if you have some question, by the way, we will start at 7:30, no? Then we'll have a break in between, say maybe around 9, so we'll have a 20 minutes break. Then we go straight to 10:30, and then maybe we'll just do a little, we break for a while, little exercise, and then go back for our laboratory session. Now, for our laboratory session, we will not really spend the 3 hours. No, I will just give some activities